Good morning. What a great day it's going to be. It's a little rainy outside, a little gray day in Indiana. Yesterday started gray and ended up beautiful in the afternoon. It was an amazing day. Hope your day is going well. Hope you're going to enjoy the most that the day has to offer. I was thinking about an old verse that I learned many years ago this morning. It's in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. And I don't know if it's any older than verses 1 and 2 or 9 and 10, but it's old in my memory anyway. The verse says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight." I just think that definitions of words are just critical. And it says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." Is that like a shape of thing that you see, like a Valentine's heart? Is that like an organ that's pumping blood through you? What is the heart? If you replace that word with like, if you didn't have a definition for a word like a boat, if you just let boat mean anything anybody wanted to mean, it can mean a car or a bicycle, a tree, or anything like that. And so when you see a noun like the word heart, what does it really mean? Because if one person thinks it means a boat and somebody else thinks it means a tree, the definition of that word is going to change the meaning of that sentence. And the word heart, I think, can mean a lot of things in Scripture, depending on the context. It might mean your entire being, your mind, will, and an emotion. That's who your being is. It might just mean your mind, might just mean your emotions. And so the context of it has a lot to do with it, I think. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart." I think that might be your mind, will, and emotions. Trust him with all those things. And your emotions have a hard time lining up with truth sometimes. They get jacked up when things go different than maybe you had thought they would. And so how do you turn those emotions down? You have to maybe start with the mind and then follow with the will, and then trust that the emotions will settle down eventually. But he says, "Trust in the Lord with your entire being." And then he says, "And do not lean on your own understanding." What do you suppose understanding is? Could understanding be something that is lodged in your brain? That's not your mind. Your brain's a piece of meat between your ears right here. And maybe understanding is your perception of something, and it's stored in your brain, and it could be right or wrong. Jesus said, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will set you free." I think the truth is who he is and what he's about and what he actually does and did and will do. And so you may have understanding in your brain that isn't true. And so when he says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding," don't lean on what you think is so or what somebody told you is so. Lean on him and what he is and how truthful he is. Because in First or Second Corinthians, I think it's First Corinthians, it says you presently have the mind of Christ. So your being, your heart, has the source of true understanding, but in your brain, you've probably got some lies stored in there that you think are true, and those things are causing you problems. So don't lean on those things. Lean on him. And it says, as you begin to lean on him and you acknowledge him, he will make your paths straight. I think the main difference between leaning on worldly wisdom and leaning on godly wisdom is that the path of life is probably going to be more challenging, more stressful, less enjoyable, less experience of seeing supernatural things happen when you lean on the understanding of the world rather than on God's understanding. The benefit of leaning on him is you're going to see amazing things that are going to take place that you can't explain. They're just a result of God being God. And so today, trust him with all your heart. Don't lean on the understanding or the thoughts you've got stored in your brain. Lean on him, his word, and who he is, and see if he doesn't do something ridiculous in your world today. I hope to see you all soon, and I hope your Thanksgiving week is spectacular. Have a great one.